All right. So, last time we left our heroes, more or less arguably, they have defeated the coven of hags that was harassing the city of Last Hearth. However, after a ferocious battle, their victory didn't come without a cost, as one of their compatriots, Hélugandr, has fallen. And as the adrenaline wears off and you check over your wounds, you realize that the Frost Drake is not getting back up, and even from a distance, it's clear that his wounds are grievous. To explain what Anders was doing in the meantime, Witch Hack with some minions was bothering you, not really like injuring you, but using like Wall of Ice or like crowd control spells to keep you occupied.
Yep.
And as you managed to finish that threat off around the same time that the rest of the party did theirs, you're at the scene. Well, seeing what the rest is seeing, one of your teammates down, and honestly, what's your medicine check? Plus what? 15?
Plus 19.
Yeah, with that bonus, it's like from a distance you see that the amount of injuries, there's no helping that.
As you investigate Hélugandr's body, a scroll falls out.
Falls out of where?
Hélugandr's last will and testament.
Falls out of where?
Yes. One of his wounds.
To be fair, that was also going to be my like partially out of character question. Like, how do you want to do the like equipment stuff? Because technically,
it's up to you whether you want to listen to Hélugandr's stuff. But Hélugandr puts all of his wealth towards the capitalist system, as in his party, because ancestral wealth. It's the true way to go.
It's such like a backhanded compliment is the thing.
The most American way of getting wealth, inheriting it from your parents.
Trickle economics, inheriting it from your parents. It's like I saw a post earlier. It was like, make $20,000 a month with this one neat trick. First, I put $3 billion in the bank.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you could easily make $20,000 a month. You just need $3 million to buy a treasury bond.
You just need $3 million to start yourself off with.
Anyways, yeah.
Right. Yeah, the party finds the last will and testament of Hélugandr. And it's pretty much your decision. What do you want to do with the body and with the equipment that your teammate once had?
I'm gonna first shit myself slightly because my fucking internet is awful. So if I do disconnect, that's why. I mean, I think the actual in character answer is probably.
I mean, you don't have much.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, do spellcasters actually have a spellbook?
You do.
As a wizard, yes, you do.
Hélugandr is a sorcerer.
That's what I meant. Do sorcerers have spellbooks?
Nope.
No.
Alright. Damn it.
I know.
I was actually gonna say that his will was first page of his spellbook, and I just remembered. Oh yeah, he's a sorcerer.
Just wrote down his spells, motherfucker, because why not?
You find a book. You think it's a spell book, but in fact, it's just his book of law code ideas. Just as arcane and esoteric, though, if not more.
Yes. You take a couple of sanity points trying to decipher it before realizing it was not meant to be understood. It was meant to befuddle, bewilder, and rob people with.
So I believe I didn't like hear a clear answer or I missed it. You loot the body or not? Because I don't know if I need to put Hélugandr's items in the party stash.
We grab the items. We'll give him a proper burial, but Unfortunately, all manners are needed for the war effort.
Yeah.
All right. So give me a moment. I'm gonna pull it away because apart from that, there's also gonna be a matter of loot from the hags. Because as this is a coven base, you do manage to find something. I just need to. Alright. Entire thing has been moved. So, as you will be inspecting the coven base, pretty much there's like a hut nearby the rundown, damp, slimy place that gives you the creeps, even though its owners, inhabitants are long gone, and not long, but they are long dead and gone. And you will find the following. I actually prepared a handout for you.
Oh, nice.
And if you do check the stash, you'll realize that apart from Hélugandr's items, there are some other things that are already placed in there.
Let's have a look at the party stash now.
Not now, you had it from the very start.
No.
Hag Coven.
I'll have a quick look at something just quickly.
The body finds a human child, malnourished, terrified, but alive. Hmm. Now let's see if I can find the.
Where's the human child on the stash?
Look at the food.
It's not an item.
I was looking at the consumables and I didn't see it.
Where's? There's.
And there's a party sheet if you look for it.
Oh, invisibility.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rune, actually.
The wand widening. See.
So in other words, we need to sell Heartstone before a day goes by.
Wait, we need to what, sorry?
Sell the Heartstone before a day goes by, because after 24 hours it loses its powers.
That's it on the regular Hearthstone. Is it still worth 600 gold as a regular gem, or is it just like this is trash?
Does any one of you have like good bartering or bluffing skills?
Yes. Their soon-to-be new companion does.
I see.
Well, you'll be able to attempt to, well, barter with this.
I think it's less bartering, more bullshitting.
Oh shit, I
Yeah,
rolled a 5.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Okay.
although apart from the items, serious question like who do you think from the party would be the first person that finds the child? Because there's something that's gonna happen.
Probably Anders.
Well, what's your perception?
14, but I'm more referring to general sort of urgency.
Hard to say because I got 15 and I also have, I can smell things, so the kid probably stinks.
Well, probably, but yeah.
To be fair, it's like a single tree in a forest.
True.
And to be fair, Anders was like irked, like definitely had like a bone to pick with the hags because of the child kidnapping.
I do distinctly remember Anders being the most, at least most visibly pissed off at the fact that children had been kidnapped. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
So
True, and I was indifferent.
yeah.
We're
That's
very indifferent. Mm.
hey, just because I happen to have a witch dedication, I kind of saw the reason behind the hags.
Mm.
all
So,
right. So perhaps as the rest of the party is checking the area for future dangers or just starting to loot goblin the place, Anders, perhaps for whatever reason, having this small spark of hope that there might be someone alive from those that were kidnapped, goes to investigate the structure, the building, smelling fucking horribly, and there are some sites inside, specifically the remains of bones, the not the large kind of bones, the small one that makes him irritated that the hags only can die once.
yep.
However, because of course the child doesn't have stealth at all, you hear a sound, and after a very short investigation, you are able to find that in a corner, like a holding cell full of filth and rotting moss, you find a terrified, malnourished child that, as you would like pick your head in, it's looking at you, this suddenly large figure, looking at you with wide eyes and holding, well, large for its size, but for you obviously it's like a tiny toy, like a doll made out of cloth, that to your surprise probably, as you make yourself known, this toy springs to life and it jumps off the arms of the child, and almost like this like small knight in shining armor, wearing, actually not wearing, but like suddenly holding this toy-like shield and sword made out of cloth. And this puppet actually speaks.
Fun enough, just quickly, like Anders is also encased in like full plate and has a sword and shield. So I imagine there's some degree of resemblance there.
You could be twins. Mm.
Yeah, but obviously
If, you know,
it is.
Anders was a bit more intimidating.
It is a toy. I was somewhat surprised about this ancestry, but it's interesting. It's nice. Halt, evil doer. No further harm will come to this child. So swears Sir Lancelot.
Well, Sir Knight, on that we agree. I'm not here to harm the child. I'm, in fact, here to rescue them. The hag coven has been dealt with. As Anders sort of kneels down to be less fucking intimidating.
It was. Apologies, good night. This for not blaspheming, for thinking the worst of you, good sir.
It is all right. I imagine that my appearance does may cause some confusion.
Right.
Regardless, me and my compatriots are here to escort this child far from here, away from this hellscape.
Do you hear that, Argy? You will be saved. You will be saved. Apologize for being such a poor protector up until now. And the child remains silent. It's still looking at all of this with wide eyes, but at the toy's urging, it starts slowly to get up, but then it's like wobbles on its legs, and I imagine Anders just reaches with its massive arm and like holds the child upwards, and
He'll extend a hand forward for her to take, or for the child to take. I don't know why I assumed it was a woman, it was a girl, but that seems particularly fitting. He'll extend his hand towards the child, rather than just pick them up, because I imagine that probably won't go well.
yeah, there's a moment of like a flinching, and as it's like a bit of silence passes, it looks at its the child, which you start thinking it's probably a boy, although at first it wasn't hard. It was like partially hard to tell due to the rocks that it's wearing. And it's like hesitantly, it reaches forward and basically Anders give uppies and has like a shoulder companion. Because you would realize with like medicine knowledge that due to the malnourishment, the child would definitely not be able to walk back on its own.
Yeah, at that point, I think once if the child was to accept Anders' hands, at that point it would be a case of like picking them up.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And then walking it back out to join the others.
Yeah, and the rest of the party probably slowly finishing looting would notice that Anders doesn't walk out alone, but now he's carrying a child, human child, but also like reaching probably his ankle, or maybe a shin. There is a walking and talking toy accompanying him.
You made some strange acquaintances now inside that cave.
One of them is I found a survivor at the very least.
Yes.
Along with this Sir Knight here.
Oh, great. We have a king as a child, and now we have one that is playing with toys.
Let us try and keep the hostilities to a minimum while in the presence of a child.
My character looks over at Joyce's character. It's like... it just like, scoffs.
I would rather not frighten them further.
Let us be kind to whoever it is we have rescued.
I've just realised that the child can in fact fit in Anders' backpack.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I feel like everyone should be a bit worried when you put the child in a backpack.
The child is not a corgi.
This, Sir Lancelot, and I'm mighty grateful for your assistance. Good sirs. Yeah, because fucking toy is not able to discern between like if the drake is female or not.
Well,
I will be most grateful if you will be able to assist me in escorting the child back to its family.
Of course.
pray tell, where did you find the child?
Oh, I was its companion even before I apparently awakened. I believe its citizens called it the last half.
Well, looks like we're heading back.
So it seems. At least we can report back some good news.
Right.
And let us make off.
leaving this filthy place behind. Although now that the coven is dead, you realize that the place as a whole is not as foggy. Although the stench of the hag's presence will linger probably for a while longer. And as you'll be continuing your journey back, I do have a question. Any ideas for how do you want to join the party, Ree?
While they're at Last Tarth, not so much. But when they get back to the fortress and like tell about their adventures,
Alright, I will try to expedite then so that we can have your character rejoin. And by the way,
because he is a
yeah, go ahead.
troll, and so he would be able to join the Troll King.
All right.
Alright. By the way, apart from the items, I'm not sure if anyone noticed that if anyone tries to have tried to investigate for like, you know, connecting the dots for like information. Because there's also a segment for that in the loot handout. Yeah, there's no specific skill specified. It's just the like, you know, investigating can be based off what you think could work.
So where's that handout again? Sorry.
Loot.
Oh no. Okay. I can't
Yeah.
remember how to fucking access this page.
Yeah, and by the way, it's like top right corner, journal, in character, and the loot handout should be visible. Yeah, it's observer, so it should be visible.
Oh, okay, it's under the in character. I've never touched this page before, so that would explain that. Okay, so okay. As long as the investigating activity is done successfully, relevantly. I mean, so far we've got things that seem not entirely related. Is my main concern, because we've got the the whole faceless stuff going on, in which they seem to be infiltrating settlements. Then we've also got this similarly disparate hag situation.
In this case, let me pause it for a moment. Basically, in this case, it's using a skill check to see if you basically your characters like, because obviously none of this information is written like straight up. It's more about like deducing from bits and pieces, math, writings, like small parchments of diaries and context clues. Like connecting the dots, like more abstract, and basically like if this roll is successful, then you get the digested information, the most important bits.
I mean, I'll maybe roll occultism. I think that's the only skill that I think maybe I can think of to roll.
Yeah, occultism, perhaps society.
I don't fucking have society.
But the occultism also works.
Kurzel will make an attempt at the society.
I'm going to fail.
Well, we'll see who's worse.
Yeah, and of course, like everyone starts with like one hero point this session.
Yeah, I had to rejig some my skill training stuff about, because usually I think I had like occultism like expert by this point, but I need to crop for repair my shield, so that is where it went.
All right. So, unless if anyone else wants to roll as well. Look at that.
Okay, well, that does improve the success by a degree, so that's always nice to see.
Okay. So now the secret box has been revealed.
I think that means even if it was a failure, yeah, at least it still becomes a success, which is nice.
Do 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 do.
And out pops the troll.
It was a luchador in the box the whole time.
Yeah.
Blocks.
Yeah, information has been revealed for you to digest, and what you get is what you get. What other ideas or suspicions you get from that, that's up to you and your characters.
Duke Silvertooth.
The orc you've met before.
Oh, wow, this fucking
Tap
part. What the fuck? Okay, well, this fucking part completely throws out any fucking ideas that I had.
What tabs the
It's
hags
under,
have been taken?
so go to the journal, go to in character, then hit loot.
Ah, that makes sense.
Maybe check some more loot stuff.
Oh, wait, no, that would make sense actually. Another colour appears to be the judge of the faceless, which you called a while back. Yeah, so we got the faceless and the witches or hags getting buddy with one another.
And we knew that the butcher was involved with the hags, or is that just
That seems to be what's in
What's
third,
next?
because one of the collaborators was another colour appears to be the judge of the faceless, which you killed a while back.
but could also just be coincidence?
Yeah, entirely possible. The big thing there would be that the night hag was rambling about meeting a powerful being in their dreams. Which
Yeah,
is,
we happen to have someone who happened to have a dream during the fight.
Hmm.
then big indicate the one like creature the yeah. So it seems like the hags and whatever these
Well, Gazel says that's a very strange coincidence as we're going through all of this. During the fight, when I was closest to death, something approached me, a large giant of some sort, calling me a contender for the throne.
It seems as if that contenders for the throne seem to be far more prominent than I would have thought. First yourself, then Hélugandr, and now this other giant.
Kurzul, give me either a perception or arcana check. Your call.
Arcana. That would be an arcana. Kurzel's pretty good at that.
Alright. 2 of 34. Your gut feeling tells you, despite the pain and your consciousness balancing between life and death, that what you have seen and that vision, that giant probably had more of a spiritual presence than physical.
Okay.
And it was a dream.
As
It'd
in
be
the
really
vibe.
weird if we missed a physical giant talking to him while we were all fighting the hags.
Yeah, as in the vibe you're getting is that you don't think a giant like that does currently live in the Northlands. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. That's just being an ass.
I mean, I think we already established long ago that I sometimes are unable to tell if you're joking or not, really. I'm taking everything seriously.
That's fair.
That is a sentiment that my friends can relate to when it comes to me.
It's better to assume that I'm always joking.
It's my secret cap. I'm always joking. Well, I suppose we should head back to the last hearth and report in. Perhaps it may be also prudent to pay a visit to this other collaborator.
Do we by any chance happen to be closer to our capital than not? Because in that case, Cursor will be like, let's go quickly take a look back.
No, actually, we are still closer to Last Hearth instead of the capital.
Yeah. In which case, Cursor will be like, yes, we should return, but first we should give our proper burials to our lost friend. We may not always have seen eye to eye, and I do have a worried feeling about this capitalism, whatever it meant, that he was trying to impose. But he still fought with us, and it is his right to be buried back home.
Indeed.
Just for posterity's sake, because as you are traveling back, it's probably gonna take.
Roll a random encounter so that they all die and have to make new characters.
No,
Okay.
no, but it's definitely gonna take like 2 days of like very brisk, fast pace before they get back to the Last Hearth. During the journey, is anyone of you trying to like talk with the with this toy, this self-named Sir Lancelot, like dig in for more information, or not really? This is like for all of your characters. This is literally the first time you are seeing an actual like talking sentient toy.
I think Anders would spend his time socializing. Seems like the chivalrous sort.
The child, perhaps as a not aftershock, the lingering shock of what happened, it remains mute, but it's like not flinching away from you. It's like definitely like holding tight to Anders.
I'm just going to assume that the child's like on Anders' back. I don't know why, but that's just
Yeah.
how I'm envisioning it.
I'd probably be poking and prodding it.
Oh dear. Giant dragon. I'm just seeing the tiny toy like stand up heroically in front of you as you just poke it with like a claw.
Like poke it with claw, like move it around and all.
And what does Anders react to this rudeness?
I'd probably just like try and wave them off while trying to socialize with the puppet.
Hello, puppet.
It's like cease harassing my charge, serpentine savior. Yes, you are able to get the following information out of it. Is that hold on, how do I want to say this? That Sir Lancelot is willing to lay its life for the child, and it carries a great shame. It was not awakened before, but from the brief interaction, the toy, this puppet, seems to imply to you that he was at least partially responsible why the child was kidnapped.
What happened?
And the toy, without much need for pestering for information or trying to threaten it, the toy struggles to answer, not because it tries to hold back information, but because it pertains to its state before it awakened. But to its best understanding, this self-named Sir Lancelot states that perhaps its creator imbued it with something, a command or some magic that basically made the child more easy to capture.
Were you made by the witches?
No, definitely not them. But I struggle to recall the visage of my creator. Perhaps the family that bought me will be able to tell more. They are, I believe, they are called the Melon family. Very noble and rich farmer land owners. I am this night is absolutely sure that they will reward you handsomely for safely returning their firstborn son.
Josh was just kind of scratching his chin. That all feels rather odd.
This knight cannot comment. This knight has been barely sentient for barely a few days.
And so what, your first instinct was to start protecting a child?
This is only right, trying to repay the harm that I have done, even though I have no choice in the matter. This one will work without rest to restore its honor.
Admirable.
Right. Who knows? Perhaps this puppet master will be around. But yeah, you are able to arrive at the last half. Give the child back to its parents. It doesn't take you long to determine where that family lives, and of course when you arrive, the doom and gloom of the atmosphere is extremely clear to you. That tragedy has struck this family, but when it becomes apparent that you brought their child back, their son, it's like a sun has risen over the horizon, and both parents with tears in their eyes that looked very haggard before. They are...
Wasn't the plan to head back to the capital to basically bury the body and then go with the child? At least that was my idea.
I mean, but as I mentioned, the last harvest was closer, so...
No, that's the idea, right? We bury the body, we take the child a bit longer, but
it's definitely gonna be longer than...
Get the whole party together.
I mean, I'm in no rush, it's fine.
So instead of 2 days... Hold on, it started here, so this here...
Oh, Jimmy, we probably should bury Hélugandr.
Yes.
I don't have gentle repose, unfortunately.
Well, I figured I could just use what's the name? Shape stone to just have it spread out. Just dump them in.
Well, it's more the fact I think we have actual tombs back at the capital.
You do. So
Yes, we'll put Hélugandr in the catacombs as
4 days more.
Just ignore
when they take Hélugandr, instead of turning towards the morgue, they turn towards the butcher.
Just ignore the dark beast seeping out of Hélugandr's tomb.
We go, okay, nice, new tomb, new you. Picks up Hayward, tosses him out, and puts you down in the tomb. This is the fate of anyone.
Well, it's just Hayward gets locked in the tomb. They seal it with concrete. May he never rise again, kind of thing. Hélugandr is well, we could put him in a tomb. That's a waste of some good Drake skill armor.
It's like Hélugandr would be proud. This is the capitalist way of Like Hélugandr's like, damn, I wish I could get the money proceeds from selling my dragon scale. Mm.
Oh my god, he's a Ferengi. He just sells every part of himself once he's dead.
Although I have to mention that along the way, you do find definitely like almost a week old, not a week, but definitely like 3 to 4 days old, remains of an ambushed caravan that was going from the last hearth to the capital.
Can I determine what killed these people?
You may attempt to do so.
I'm going to make use of the medicine skill to do so. I can also do it in half the normal time.
Right. The caravan itself was not big. In total, there were like 6 folks. And from the way the bodies are torn up and shredded, although some of them are already like decaying, you realize that some sort of bipedal humanoid creature tore into them with natural weapons. Yeah, with natural weapons, with savagery.
Was it more along the lines of claws or teeth?
Claws and jaws, yes. Actually, apologies. Claws. Only claws.
Only claws, so it's not zombies. We'll rule that out. Okay.
Zombie.
Zombo.
I'm
Are
going.
there any more like signs of evidence? Like, for instance, if it was like a werewolf, there'd be like maybe like wolf fur or something along the same lines.
All right. You do spot, although barely, strands of not wolf, but more like a tiger fur.
I'm going to make a nature check with the +2 bonus from forensic acumen.
See, I know I'm not there, but I can still offer ideas.
Hell yeah. That's why we need you. Hmm.
About 21. Well, there are were creatures, so it wouldn't be too much out of the left field to consider that were tigers might also be a thing.
Oh, well, actually, that way, that should be +3. So it's 22, actually. I don't know if that makes a difference, but hey.
Yeah, it does not.
Okay. And oh, where
It's not like
creatures...
we're some village in the middle of Transylvania. No, vampires and werewolves don't exist. You're crazy. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Are were creatures fairly... I don't want to say fairly common, but have there been like sightings of were creatures before, or is this a relatively recent phenomena?
I'm gonna say for you, for your situation, you actually didn't really have sightings and reports of anywhere creatures before. Either whatever this is, either it's a new arrival or perhaps they were just better hiding themselves before. Yeah, because it's also clear that there was like more than one attacker.
Quite impacts. It seems on top of covens and creatures of the occult, we now have to deal with what looks to be a pack of were creatures.
However, further investigation and perhaps trying to find tracks will have to wait, as you still have because you are pretty sure this will be a detour and you still have a body to bury at the capital.
Yeah, we have a body to burying a child to
Deliver. Or maybe.
just have to wait.
We'll have to wait. Let's head onwards, everyone. Let us say our final rites to our friend. Dun 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 dun. Trudge onwards.
Yeah, that was along the way, and yeah, in the afternoon hours, after several days of journeying, which at that point in time you would be already back up to full health, I imagine, because you would have like 5 nights of like long resting.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good chance I'd probably just end up healed after the fucking fight, but I completely forgot to do that, so.
Turn the lights on. Give me a second.
Big heals. Oh.
Fun, it's just Romania.
Wait, what?
What Ra typed?
Oh.
Alright. Yeah. You arrive at the place, at the capital, noticing there are some small differences. All the new buildings have been like put in the Kingdom of Frost handout. There is also some news that reaches your ears, but I'm gonna hold off onto that. So you can like first deal with the burying the body and getting a new party member.
Next one, we're gonna have to start putting out notices saying it's hazardous to people's health if they start traveling with us.
That's not a great roll.
I think that
Love it.
DC is like 10, like against 10 plus their perception check. Their
Provide-
perception bonus, I sorry.
Oh yeah, so that is. Man,
Yeah.
I think even Anders notices, and I think he's got the lowest perception.
Even Anders notices.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7 in my defense.
14, 15. Oh wait, no, I have the second highest. That is third highest, which is slightly embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all just a bit wary, heading back with a dead party member. So, well.
I was saying Hélugandr's funeral, which probably would only be 3 of you, and I'd be surprised if Baymoth actually attends.
There's
Probably not.
there's a kobold who shows up with a notary writing down the death of him.
Yeah,
Just for
the
filling.
kobolds aren't even mourning. There's just one there as a lawyer.
Exactly. It's just like, why are you here? Like, he's dead. You don't need to do his system. Like, nods. If he comes back, I don't want to get cooked because I didn't notice death.
But so while Anders and Kurzal are standing there, there's just a third troll standing there.
Trying to be inconspicuous.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that probably Anders is leading the funeral rites. Given that he is.
So, what do we see exactly? Like, we're having the funeral rites, and suddenly, like, Cursors like looks to the left, and just there's this troll there. Like, what exactly? What are we looking at?
He's standing at his full height and as bare-chested as he is in his art, but covering his face is just this fiercely painted war mask. Like bright colors, it seems to be made to intimidate. Like, why the hell would someone wear this into combat? What, are they crazy or something? Level of intimidate. And he's just there being respectful of the funeral.
Yeah.
Anders will wait until the funeral rites and speeches are all over before sort of turning to the newcomer and saying, "How did you know Hélugandr?"
Who?
Who? This is the failed stealth check.
My apologies. I assumed that you knew the deceased, given.
Oh, no, not at all.
Then who are you and what are you doing at this funeral?
To find out you actually the character got lost down there.
Indeed, then who are you?
I am the great Korghusson.
You can see Anders. You can see Anders like visibly sag slightly at the thought of having another ego in the group.
And I've heard that one of you claims to be the Troll King.
That would be me, in fact.
I would hope so.
Yes, I do. So would I. Still, it has to be said.
Looking between the giant and the troll.
Yeah.
So far, it seems as if that your ambitions of becoming the Troll King are proceeding forward, given that every other challenger seems to have ended up dead so far.
I have come to see if you are worthy of being the king.
No.
Indeed.
Cursor looks a little bit annoyed. Yes. I suppose you'll be wanting some trial of combat then.
What? No.
He blinks once, twice, and like a smile breaks out on his face. Well then, that's unexpected.
What?
I've had been bashing quite a few trolls since I came back here with a dead party member's heads.
Not saying kings can't be good at combat, but who the hell chooses their rulers on who's the strongest? That's just a terrible idea.
You see Kershaw's face go through like all 7 stages, just shock basically before like smile and troll thinking forward, he says. He like basically goes up and like gives you a big hug and goes, "Well, I thought I was alone in this bloody place."
As you give him a hug,
Judo throw.
I mean, yeah, what's the I'm just gonna do a melee attack, I guess.
It's
basically a melee attack.
It's
athletics.
athletics. It's athletics against. Are you trying to basically do a trip?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I thought of the suplex.
I think that may beat the reflex DC.
My reflex DC is 14.
So you go up and give him a hug, and he just like almost seemingly reflexively just like grabs you and throws you on the ground.
Anders does draw his sword at that point.
Alright. Kershaw like wipes some snow off his face, rises up, like trying not to be angry, but he's very clearly so. And what was that for?
Well, you tried to grab me.
I do believe that
You see Kershaw just like kind of slump down.
it isn't the most civil social. So lost you.
They got a point.
Great, for fuck's sake, look, basically.
I'm always ready for a fight.
Yeah, we can
Yes.
tell.
Yes, you are, apparently. Well, shakes his head. Well then, if you're not here to measure out my word in combat, how would you like to gauge my word as a king? I can tell you about my plans, but that hasn't convinced anyone so far.
Simple. I'll follow you.
Well then, holds out a hand like a bit warily towards him. It's like he Cursor like
He looks down at your hand, and for a split second, you feel like he might judo throw you again. No, he just takes and shakes it.
Like trying to hold his posture steady as he does so, like do not get tossed, but he's holding it up with hope and enthusiasm.
I will see. I will not test your skills myself, but see how you employ them. See how your leadership is.
Oh boy.
If it is worthy, I will follow you. If it is not, I will find another.
Well, I will prove that I am very much worthy, and will build the kingdom of trolls worthy of the name, not like the many squabbling tribes of before. Now come, he says. We have done the mourning. We have little time for mourning. We have a child to return, and perhaps an alliance to broker. Yeah. Gertl nods to Corguson and starts heading off.
2-3 sessions into the new character's like, well, you're not a good leader. Bye.
Gertl dies in next session.
Keeps going.
Yeah, Gertl dies next session. He shrugs. Well, time to find the next one.
I love that. How'd you know Hélugandr? Who? The deceased. Oh, not at all. It's just like, what?
What am I judo throwing? Somebody?
Yeah, that was nice. You know what? I like that entire thing. Role playing wise, so I know what you can add yourselves +1 hero point.
Hey.
If only they were actually important.
That plus doing the right thing by escorting the child. So probably only Behemoth wouldn't like actually do anything with that, at least for now, but as you'll be traveling back to the last hearth, I'm not quite sure not, but Behemoth did hear that some folks are pissed at Storvold and his pet Remorhas. Apparently there was an accident and some goblins were burned to crisp. 2 giants were injured. Yeah, there was that, plus, hold on. What was it? Yeah, on the other, there were some rumors that, oh hey, we actually might have found a potential salt deposit, like to make a salt mine. Which I decided that salt will fall under the luxury resource category.
Sounds about right.
Oh yeah, by the way, Donald, the question I asked in the chat, like while you were doing the ceremony and whatnot, was the child continuously with you, or for a short while you left it with your like killer mentor?
I'm probably going with not taking the child to anything to do with death at this point, so yeah.
Years later, we find out they turned into a necromancer.
God.
That's fair enough. And as you would be traveling back, from the capital to the last hearth, for the first time after a day of journey, child, which Sir Lancelot named or called Ergi, will finally speak for the first time, saying, the old lady was nice.
Well, Gertl says, leaning down on one knee to the child. Glad to hear you speak.
You don't really have to kneel because you're like, it says as you're traveling, and during travel the child is like carried by others.
In which case he just goes down so he can look at him eye level and says, well, I'm glad to hear you speak.
As they're traveling back to Last Hearth, Corguson takes a liking to Sir Lancelot and continues trying to get him to fight him.
Oh god.
He seems to win an exhibition match with the puppet.
My character is pretty much still trying to inspect the puppet, possibly try to remove its head to see how it works.
Well, I think that everyone thought you were poking the kid, not the puppet.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was the puppet the whole time because puppets magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cease and desist, Serpentine Savior. This knight needs to focus on constant training and being the proper and rightful challenge for this glorious warrior named... this knight apologizes, but it forgot the name.
I am Corgerson, greatest gladiator of the North.
I would imagine my character just picks it up with two claws, looks at it, just tosses it over to the new character in the group. It's like, hey, you can have him.
If we can avoid tossing about our guests, that'd be appreciated. And it says, watching the the conversation.
You call it machination a guest. They are merely tools.
I do somewhat enjoy that. I understand that the concept of monks and such exist, but this guy just walking around the north without even any weapons. It's like, what do? I punch the shit out of people.
And I punch hard.
Very hard.
Yeah. So basically, along the journey, the Sir Lancelot and Corgerson are constantly hamming it up, but in different means. Of course, for a long, long while, Puppet will offer absolutely no challenge at all. It's a toy that just learning how to fight.
Then Corgerson will happily train the toy.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Next thing, the toy comes in with a steel chair.
That will be interesting. My mind went to even though I didn't watch the anime, but the ranking of kings, the fighting style of the main character, which is also very small, but he has this one hit kill fighting style.
I imagine
super fast.
I imagine that Andrews would probably help out a little bit, but more just on actual sword techniques. Given the fact that Anders is a sword and shield user.
Good thing, because when you see Corgerson fight, he just looks like he's drunk.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, do you have the drunking style thing?
The stumbling style.
Yes.
The stumbling.
He also might just be drunk.
It's difficult to tell. Yeah, I think at that point Anders be like, I'll take over the trading.
I mean,
okay, you first begin by drinking 2 bottles of this, puts down bottles as big as the puppet in front of him.
Never mind that it's a construct and can't get drunk anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, being able to make things off guard for everyone until my turn is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's when they hit me, they're off guard until the end of my next turn.
Yep.
I think aren't they encouraged to hit you as well? I mean, I can't remember what the...
Probably.
Second.
Us get bonuses to feint.